Now I want you to remember that no human ever won the info war by shutting up to save their ass. They won it by speaking the truth crisp and clear enough so that the other poor misguided soul shuts up to save their ass. I'll be damned if I'm going to be silenced on the day's important issues. You'll be damned too. You know, silence is compliance. Remember, this is America. I may not like what you say, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it. Now, people, all this stuff you've been hearing about Americans not opposing the New World Order, willing to give up their freedoms, is a bunch of horse dump. Americans traditionally love to oppose evil. All real Americans love the struggle for freedom. We love our heroes, especially for the common man. When you were kids, you all admired the bravest soldier, the freest artist, the recovering Olympian, most colorful martyr. Americans love freedom and will not tolerate enslavement. Americans fight for freedom all the time. You know, I wouldn't give a hoot in hell for a person who sold out and smiled. That's why Americans have never lost and will never lose their liberty. Because the very thought of enslavement is hateful to Americans. Friends, please bow your head or look up to heaven. We need to ask our Creator, who I choose to call Jesus, for his, their, her divine support. Without divine support, we are nothing. Dear Creator of us all, of them all, of all that is seen and unseen, please forgive us our shortcomings. Loose our shackles, that we may loose the shackles of others. Cleanse our souls, O Great Spirit, that we may be at one with your light. Reveal our shortcomings, that we might stand corrected with quickened minds and more a part of your great wisdom. We beg you to fill our hearts with the necessary courage to manifest your awesome victories. We thank you most humbly for your love, guidance, and abundant creation. We praise you for choosing us and counting us worthy to represent truth, justice, and humility in humanity's darkest hour. I personally call upon the Prince of Peace to give me the joy, insight, and class to leave a sustainable peace in our wake. As we Christians have said time and time again, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. O Great Spirit, please make it so. Now we have the energy and the strength and the wisdom. We'll up our sleeves, wipe our brow, and do God's work. Anyone that tells you that God's going to take care of it and doesn't do anything in their own physical ability is under some kind of a delusion. God meets us at the end of our rope. I'm not like the other preachers that do the praying, the singing, and dinner. Now, humanity is a team. It eats, sleeps, fights as a team. This look out for number one stuff is a bunch of crap. The social engineers who wrote that rot for the lamestream media don't know anything more about real nation building than they do about close personal relationships. They love to manipulate the world with word crafting. By hiding or disguising the truth, the public discussions and solutions never even make a difference. Folks, Americans have the highest ideals and doctrines, the best spirit, and the freest structure in the world. This nation has holy people from every culture on the planet. The point is, we're willing to grow along spiritual lines. When we drop our pride and superstitions to embrace the truth, justice, and humanity in most religions, they won't be able to divide and conquer us anymore. Think about it. The devil is the bad guy no matter what your faith. They are operating outside of God's favor, And that is a major handicap. And don't play into the futility syndrome either. It happens when you say words first thing in the morning that are meant to be spoken as blues at the end of the day. Things like, it just seems so hard. You can't beat City Hall, or what's the use? God said that we are more than conquerors, right? Sure, a long hard day can be summed up like that. But then we say our prayers, rest, and start again the next day with a can-do attitude. How in God's name are we going to do anything if we start out saying that stuff first thing in the morning? So come on, drop the futility syndrome. And then there's the personal issue. Don't take it personally, they tell you. It's been like this way a long time. What? Don't take my life personally? My life, my nation, my planet, don't take it personally? What, are you crazy? Not part of my personal reality? Just how far removed from my reality am I expected to be to fit into this bullshit? I take my life and my world very personally, thank you very much. So what to do? A relatively peaceful legal revolution was declared years ago. Jefferson said we needed one every 20 years. They grabbed our checkbook back in 1913 with the Federal Reserve and continue to use our good name to ravage most of the world's resources. Hell, if it weren't for the anti-war movement 40 years ago, we'd still be in Southeast Asia. Now it's their intention to impoverish and subjugate with extreme prejudice America and all the developed world. America, the revolution is on. Now, symbolism is the first target. We got to get rid of all those gold-fringed flags. Admiralty law of the high seas has no place in a sovereign nation. Those flags are for court-martial proceedings or land under corporate governance. Vice Admiralty. It's no more a meaningless symbol than a cross, a dove, or a lightning bolt. And those computerized voting machines, I say mark them return to sender. If it takes 400 days to run a campaign, 24 hours to count paper ballots that can be documented is just fine with me. When you got a computer, you can lose thousands of votes in a split second and they are gone forever. Is your bumper naked? Put some bumper stickers on your car for Pete's sake. Express yourself. Don't hide your lighter under a bushel basket. If this nation falls in under the satanic banksters and the whole planet is a satanic camp, we're going to be extremely sorry, man. We got to get with the program.